Okay, so when we comes to project layout creation, what is the T code? SPRO underscore admin. It is called project administration. The path will be in SAP Easy Access and tools, customizing IMG and project administration. Okay, so we have already one project, but if you want to create another project and you have to go for here, it is called create project. So please write select create project and concentrate on screen. Create. So when you come here and you can write alphanumerics about your project, but don't give space between the two words. If you want to give a space and use underscore option. So here I'm giving my project name is SKI underscore 1. Okay, I'm giving my project name is SKI underscore 1 and please write and enter. Okay, when we are creating our own project, it is not predefined one. Because of that, the system is reflecting as customizing project. Here I'm writing and please check the screen. Sri Krishna Infotech project implementation. It's a greenfield implementation. I'm going to create each and everything from the scratch level. Okay. Great. Please write. Done. So in general data, and who's the responsible person? The user. So language English, and here we have a project status and project data. This is not mandatory. This is not standard things. We will create according to our own. I will show you in few minutes. And please share the screen. Don't write. Up to now, our project is completed 0%. And what is our planning? So project planning. When we comes to project implementation in the initial stage, we have to go for documentation process. It is called project preparation. For example, here I'm giving my project preparation is in January 1st of 2024 and project is done on February so and so date, and we don't have any resources because we are creating each and everything from the scratch. And the project is implemented start on 15th of February 2024. The project lifetime will be, I'm giving here 31st of December 2020 or 30. So I'm giving around 5 years. Okay, so this is called your planning and this is called your actuals. Okay, we'll write later. Though after creation, just accept to enter and click save. The project is saved. Project is saved. Then after go to scope. When we comes to scope, here we have a two methods. The first method is going to be activated of customizing IMG. When you selected specify project scope by making manual selection of in reference IMG, here specify scope. So for example, what type of project we are going to create? So basically, I want to create my company configurations. Whenever you want to select a specific reasons, You can select like this. You can select your specific requirements, whatever you want, you can select. Whenever you want everything, click here. Click here is nothing but simply when you have selected this button, it's called enterprise structure. In enterprise structure, you have each and everything. Then I want here whole controlling and whole financial accounting. Just now I'm giving only three options. Whenever we want, we will come back and we'll select. Right now I'm going to select enterprise structure, financial accounting and controlling, and just click only this three GUI will activate to the project that is called scope specifications. Scope is nothing but required options. At the same time, here we have an option. It is called generate project IMG. That's called implementation customizing screen will activate. Once if you click, the system is asking selected components and countries not applied when generated. Look here. Before this, come back here. Select your required countries. It is called selected countries or unselected countries. So when you comes to include all countries in the project scope and select countries to include the project scope. Whenever you have selected this option, you only have to select selected countries. If you select this option, means all countries are going to be included. For example, look here, I want to work for only in India. Come to India. The India is a selected countries. At the same time, I'm going to select another country. So according to the practice, I'm going to select a few countries. Just go to here. Okay, so now your project is going to be work under these three countries only. The legal valuations will come off this only three countries. Whenever you are in greenfield implementation, you have to select your project countries. Then after, click here and generate the project scope. Accept yes. Generate in background. Okay, right now we don't have any project to views and project to process. Ladder will create. Look here, the IMG is being generated in the background. Job number activate project SKI _1 user Sri Krishna, and the system will take minimum 180 seconds to 300 seconds to activate one project layout. So until activation, don't close, but still if you want, you can do remaining other process. But whenever you go to live screen, until you activate project layout, don't make any changes. Wait approximately 2 to 5 minutes time. Based on your system performance, automatically the system will generate you a copy. You get one message. Background job generating. The IMG for project SKI has been completed. Yes. Now your project scope is ready, and go to the project views. And right now we have a 0 views, and I'm going to select here create. What is the project view? Activity necessary. So first of all, we have to create the documentation process. So business. Yes. Create pattern. What is the documentation? Documentation is mandatory for each and everything. So it is critical. When you comes to optional, when you comes to non-optional, just click save. Save. Documentation process. If you have any legal changes, if you have any other kind of automatic transportation, everything you can create. Then afterwards, you have to generate. Select this function. Generate is nothing but activate. Then after I'm going with project team members. Right now I'm having only one member. What is your user ID, sir? This is your. Okay. So I will show you how to create project members in S4 HANA. It is not possible because it is a restricted user. I will go back to EHP and I will show you how to create users. For example, whenever you are a process head, whenever you are a team leader, you have to know how to create the user IDs for the team members, how to allocate the team roles and responsibilities, how to activate the screen access, how to control your users. Okay, right now in this project, we can able to work and this persons. So now the H user is Suresh and Sri Krishna is mine. The both person can access this project. Whenever you go to reality, whenever you are creating your project layout, before that your team and team members will be included. Your basis consultant will create each and every user ID and you have to log in each and everything according to the team roles and responsibility that particular persons are going to be concerned of this particular project. Come back here. Status. Look here. I'm having open and so and so. I'm going to create another project template. Okay, so here I'm going to create plus symbol right here 05. So obviously the red is nothing but danger. Yellow means in the process. Green means it's completed. Save. After save, click here. Go back to press here. Yes, it is activated. Again save. Again save. Click here. Explaining. Now come back to general data. Look here in the project status. If you click, error is required. Whenever you want, you have to create the configurations. You have to go for the status value and create there. The status values will be reflected to the general scope. Okay, right now we are in open because right now we are in the project sessions. You have to create each and everything configurations. Keywords. Whenever you comes to keyword, project template, and please check the screen. It is difficult to do write notes here. Z underscore SKI underscore 0001. It's called Greenfield Implementation Project. Z underscore SKI underscore 002. It's called Brownfield Implementation Project. Okay, whenever you want, you can create according to the levels like development. Z underscore SKI underscore 0004 will work for the maintenance project. Okay, create according to the convenient and just go to save. 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 Click here. System slogan. Activating the keywords. Then again, you have to save here. What is the project now? Okay, Greenfield. So whenever you want, you can activate your different kind of phases. because always we are not going to be in the same phase. We'll create in a documentation, after we'll go for the realization, after we'll go for the go live, again we'll make it as a maintenance, we'll go to the gap analysis. We have a different kind of streams of levels. Documentation type. Whenever you comes to documentation type, and please check the screen. Project implementation standard. Here I'm giving Z SKI. Okay, so I'm having only one option. SKI is a one. Descriptions. So I will give you some notes about this all when మీకు terminology notes కూడా ఇస్తాను. అవన్నీ కూడా ఇక్కడ క్లాస్ లో ప్రిపేర్ చేయడం చాలా ఎక్కువ టైం పడుతుంది. బట్ వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్, యూ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విత్ బ్యాక్. It's not activating. So you can just I'm activating only one. Okay, we got this. I will show you later. Transactions. It is called CTS functionality is activated. It is must. Assigned CTS request. Customizing request. Okay, so here I'm going to save here Sri Krishna Infotech Greenfield implementation of SQL. This is your project name. And Sri Krishna. New status. Okay. And I'm not giving any target clients because right now in whenever you comes to institution point of view, we have only one server. But whenever you go to reality, we will have a target servers also because this server is going to be connected with another servers. So now this is your project description and this is your project name and is who's the responsible person. And here I can write here H user 16 also. And this is also one of the person is a responsible person. Enter and save. CTS project is activated, complete CTS project. Then after this is the project request. Save. Project save. Whenever you have a multiple projects under same management, you can select here. Look here, SKI project is there, including selected projects. You can select one or two projects and both projects will come under same categories. Right now, we will create only one-to-one project. Okay, whenever you comes to transport a request, you have to click on activate CTC. Just go to the workbench request, write your description, enter and save. After enter and save, okay, project is saved. Come back here. And this is your project. Whenever you wants to go to SPRO, your projects will be look like this. Here you have an option, it is called plus symbol. Add to work list. Select your project to type. So SKI is a Sri Krishna Infotech is I. At the same time, I'm going to select on documentation process also. Do you remember when we have started in the project batches, I have explained how to prepare the documentation like business blueprint, as is document and to be document, that all we are going to be create under these configurations. So now I'm going to select our project and enter project. Okay, so come back here. This is your project. Double click on it. One minute, it's not generated right now. Still it is on process. ఇంకా కొంచెం టైం పడుతుంది బట్ ఇట్లా ఓపెన్ చేస్తే మనకి ఇట్లా ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. It will take minimum 5 minutes time. ఇట్లా ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. This is escape. Come back to 'Generate the project or customizing with the profile', right? Go back again, SPROs, look here, just it's not generated, it's a processing only. I'm going again, tools, customizing, IMG, the project, click here, scope. I'm going to select again these options. Enterprise structure. ఇవి సేవ్ చేసేటప్పుడు deactivate అయ్యి ఉంటాయి. Go to generated. Background, yes, enter. Save, and please wait until you get one status. Until you get status. It totally depends on your system performance. It will take minimum 3 to 5 minutes to activate your server. If you make any changes, must and should you have to save, and until you get background process is activated, then only your configurations and changes will activate. You got information. Right, so this is your project SKI underscore view Sri Krishna info project overview. Okay, so please share the screen. No need to write notes. I will give you recording session. Whenever you go to implementation, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define company. The same customizing objective in other contexts. This is your project layout overview. Do you remember? Just before we have created document overview about present situations. Okay, so I'm going to create here Sri Krishna Infotech. Okay, I'm giving another name. India. Sri SKII. So up to now you have all informations, right? You know how to create this all company code and etc. This is my head company. Whenever you have click enter and save, automatically the system will generate your current project. Okay, right now we are in this project and here you have to create your own implementation. Okay, so this is your implementation process. Otherwise, you can choose any existing things. Okay, phone request. Look here, I'm going to select this one. And this is also part of so and so. And so this is your current project number and request ID and your confirmation. Endurance. Yes, from now, whatever you are going to create. So I'm going to create like S1, S2, S3 company code. This all company codes are going to be work under Sri Krishna is one of the projects. So how we will indicate as a head company is one project. The one project will have so many company codes. Each company code will indicate as a country wise. Why we will maintain separate company code for each and every country? Because of the reason each and every country will have a different currency, different legal actions are different. According to that, we will create a number of. So enter and save. After enter and save, just you click here and write the source because whenever you are creating a T code of OX15, so how you are deciding that location is so and so, address and phone number and etc. Your client is provided. You need some documentation. So here we will write all kind of information. So Sri Krishna Infotech is a India, is a group of company. So we are using that company name is what is name? SKI. It's called Sri Krishna. And write each and every basic information, etc. Things. Raw version. So what is this? It's called a package. What is the purpose will create? Basically, whenever we comes to at institution level, we will create each and every configuration in present system only. We are not going to send any data. But whenever you go to practical in the live in a regular project, live project, all consultants will create the configurations in development server. In development server. After development, we'll do testing. That is secondary part. Just leave about testing at this moment. After creation of the configurations, after testing, you have to move the configuration from development server to quality to production. How we are going to send this data? So whenever you are creating this configuration, you have to select this configuration is going to be work as a public or private. Whenever I want to go with a private, I will select here local object. Local object is nothing but this data is going to be work in only my system. I'm not going to share anyone. That's called local objective. Whenever you want to share, then you have to create the package. Okay, the package is point of view in the cross application. Whenever you go to project in ECC level, I will show you how to create packages. This part from above. Okay, so now we have done save here in the object. This is your document. Come back here. Come back here. Okay, so now define company, right? The status is open or in process. In process. When you have started this data. So actually I have collected on February 15th. So I'm giving you a 20th of February 2024. I got this data. I completed this company configurations within 4 days. So the system implementation is done on 2024 only. It's not yet closed because as a consultant, you have to create each and every configuration, but finally your client will decide the configuration is done. Whenever he has closed the ticket, then only we are going to write that process is closed. Until that, this process will be in process. When that process is closed, then I'm going to cover look here. So when after receiving, then I'm going to close my ticket. Finished. If really I need any kind of requirement, then I will put into error or process required. Just I'm going to select employees and who is the person has created. This person has created. What is the keywords? You can select is a part of implementation. What is memo? So here user will write a experience while processing outcome. Okay, so experience is nothing but what kind of restrictions we got from your client and what they have noticed, what you have entered, everything you can write according to the reference, because in future, if suddenly the client wants to make some changes and you will come back to check your memo, you get all kind of basic information what you have discussed in the previous. ఇప్పుడు మనం మాట్లాడే ఒక 5 months తర్వాత మళ్ళీ చెప్తుంటాం. Sometimes you need some references. According to that, we will enter each and everything. Then after you click on save, the data is saved. So like that, you have to create each and every configuration. Okay, this is your layout. Whenever you want to close, you can click here. This is your basic project overview. Look here. Go to SPRO. You have assigned your project, double click on it and go to here. Click this. Whatever you want, you can say. If you want any other options, what will you do? Go back and select into the specified scope. The way you have to create your project from now, if you create any company code, and please check the screen again, I'm going to select here define and financial accounting and edit comma, copy comma, delete comma, check company code and come back here. Then I'm going to double click on edit company code data. Okay, now I don't have a options to create new entries. What is the cause? Look here. When I'm going to click, this screen is locked by Sri Krishna. Okay, this is very important whenever you are working, because if you are access the same screen with multiple users at the same time, include in the master data, automatically the system is not going to accept for the second person. In that situation, you have to go here. SM12, right, Sri Krishna, and search. Look here, this person is accessing this table. Click on and delete this. Go back here. Project, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, edit comma, copy comma, delete comma, check company code. Now the same customizing objects are also maintained in other projects. Yes. Double click here. Select new entries. Okay, so here I'm going to write here S2. For India. Enter the title company. This is S2, right? Write different address. It belongs to TS. It's my contact number. What is your internal communication? Is email. Okay. What is the service? Yes. Business nature. Service and support. You can check preview. The way of your company address will get like this. Enter. Look here. This is your problem. Okay. Always you have to create a new workbench. Why we have to create always new workbench? Because each and every configuration have to save in separate workbench request. Because whenever you got request from your client to send the company code only, then don't send remaining all. Okay, always you have to create. But whenever you comes to institution in the class level, I'm not going to create anything because it's a waste of time. But as a consultant, you have to create each and everything because of the reason. For example, your client asking to send the head company, then you send only head company, don't send sub companies. If your client asking only what the business area is required, if, for example, already you have created business areas, he wants to make some changes or else he wants to add some other business areas. According to the request, you have to create it and you have to save that configurations into in business area only. So afterwards, you have to save only business area configuration, which you have saved into the existing configurations to new level. In that situation, don't try to send everything. It's a lack of server issue. At the same time, server performance will change and your client is not going to be accept every time. So each and every configuration will save according to the separate workbench request ID. So, but each and everything will work under your project. Then afterwards, what is your responsibility? You have to write all your each and every description here. Then after go to save and you make here local objective, otherwise package. Look here, local objective is nothing but this configuration is going to be saved in only this present system, if you want to save into other packages, packages are nothing but customization. According to that, you have to create packages. ఒకవేళ ప్యాకేజెస్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలనుకోండి, so package creation for ABAP program. Okay, you have to go SEAT. You have to create your own package. Your package name will generate like this. For example, I have saved here that Ravi is my own package. Okay, the package will have a request type. Okay, మీరు ఒకవేళ ఫ్రెషర్ అనుకోండి and 1 year or 2 years experience, then no need worry, you can request to your ABAP, then they will create it. Whenever you have a good experience like 3+ or 4+ years experience, then don't ask them, you only have to create. This is not completely programming, it is a functional technical process. You only have to create each and everything. So this is the way we are going to create the project layout. From tomorrow onwards, I will start classes in FI point of view. Before that, tomorrow I will show you some practical scenarios. Then we'll go on the procedures. This session in upload chestanu. మీకు మన గ్రూప్ ఉందా ఇది వాట్సాప్, ఆ గ్రూప్ లో ఒకసారి హాయ్ అని పెట్టండి. సో బై ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డే నేను మీకు లింక్ పంపిస్తాను. ప్లీజ్ డీకోడ్ అండ్ రైట్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మోర్ డిఫికల్ట్ టు గివ్ యూ రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్ సేమ్ లైక్ ఈసీసీ. ముందు క్లాసెస్ లాగా నోట్స్ పిన్ టు పిన్ రాయించడం అంటే ఇదే వారం రోజులు చెప్పుకోవాల్సి. సో ప్లీజ్ డీకోడ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ రైట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్? Any questions? At the same time, I'm requesting to all, please come for offline session. మీరు ఆన్లైన్ లో కూర్చొని పాసిబిలిటీస్ ని హ్యాండిల్ చేయలేరు, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇంపాసిబుల్. సో ప్లీజ్ కమ్ ఫర్ ఆఫ్లైన్ క్లాస్. అండ్ ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ ఫర్ ప్రాక్టీస్ హెల్ప్, దెన్ ఐ డూ. సో వితౌట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ దెర్ ఇస్ నో యూస్. Any questions from online?